just like Amanda. All these little tinctures and salves.
Oh, yeah. Those are my
Mercantile minis. OD copper eggs, OD black copper eggs, OD 12 gauge black 12 gauge multicam black 12 gauge, splatter 12 gauge, suspenders, all kinds of different stuff in here. Coyote micro, black hot pink stacked, 308 row, all kinds of modular micros, fupas, XLs, danglers. We have quite a few medium clothes bags. We have lots of stuff available in the left hand. Mercantile minis right there. OD AKM4 micros. If you see something, just shout it out. We'll come back and look at it. What are you little recharge doing?
This raccoon in a bathtub trying to catch the fish.
They do. He will catch it. They eat the fish.
It's clearly not made for the wild.
They have. They got a wasp down here. Padded suspender sets. More of them in woodland. Some multi-cam mesh pockets. Some splatter Nalgene pouches. Shotgun cards down there. Another rifle case ready to ship out. I don't remember what his name was. That dude was on the live last night. More some kind of micro rigs out here. Isaac, what's up? Glenn Young, what's going on? Robert, what's up? Steve, how are you? Hamster. Kiri, what's up? Crossbones. How long is the promo code? Until it's over. The truth is, I don't know when we're going to run it. You guys actually have a really good chance right now. It doesn't have as many participants as these have in the past. I think a lot of people are just out of money. And there's not urgency right now either. People aren't scared and buying gear right now. They feel like they have at least 4 years. Literally just ordered some toiletry bag. Well, Charlie Wood, thanks for the order. Crossbones, what's up? Your case shipped yesterday. That one on the table is one I made today. Here is, I do have a Desert Tiger available if somebody wants one. Here is a Highlander, which is that dude's tiger stripe on the table. This is his other bag. I actually built this on video today. And Cody, I don't know where his went. He built a rifle case also. We've got him about 60% done probably. He has never sewn anything completely through, and I'm just going by piece with him. And we're doing a build series where I teach him how to make a product. And this is a hell of a fucking product for his very first project. He's sewn like little things, but never anything all the way through of significance like this. Get paid Monday, right on. Chuck, how is Texas? There can be only Duncan McLeod of the Clan McLeod. 78 degrees. Is that good or is that bad? That would feel hot for me. Would you be able to do a rifle case with multicam Tropic? I don't know. I don't know if I have enough Tropic. Gray Fupa, and they're very nice. You're going to love it, dude. You're going to love it. Have you used one of our Fupas before? Apparently, people have forgotten that on a fanny pack like that, you can run some cord out between the zipper pulls, and you can just rip it, and it'll rip open. A lot of the younger guys haven't ever seen that. All the fanny packs through the 90s and stuff for carrying a gun, they all did that. They came, like they had 550 sewn in there. We put loops in there so you could put it in and remove it. Just take your 550 zipper pulls, the main zipper pulls off, girth hitch some 550 and stick that where you want it, and then butt your zippers up. And then when you grab that thing, it rips open perfectly for cross draw. Yeah, I can probably do a Tropic. I probably have enough to do a tropic rifle case. Have the excursion. I do. It's a 6.0. It's mostly stock. It's got like some. It's got a delete and some other few other little things. Injectors. I seen a FUPA today. Wish you didn't. FUPAs rip open hella fast. They do, man, really fast. Loa boots. I like Loa boots a lot. I have Loa boots. I have a Solos also. I like the Solos, I think, better. Mitchell, what's up? Rifle case gets there tomorrow. Nice. You're going to love it. Make sure you take some pictures. Tag us on Instagram and Facebook, if you would. Got your micro rig and dangler today. They work very well together. Do you have any uranium glass? I do, a little bit. I do. I have a pitcher and some like coffee cups, like human size ones. Most uranium glass is very dainty. We have some pieces that Curie sent Amanda.
It's over there on the printer.
And then we bought a whole entire set of plates. It's on your printer. I see it. Huh?
It's about a whole box of plates and bowls.
Whole box of plates. So yeah, we do have some uranium glass. Was I in the military? No, I was a zookeeper. Order a variety pack today. Can't wait to try it. Oh, you're going to love the bone broth, dude. You're going to love it. When you get it, just heat up some water in the microwave, or better yet, run some hot water through a coffee pot or somehow, and then just put that in there. A little less water than you would, and then you can add water as you wish. Michael, somebody said, bro, your closet's huge. That's the best fucking explanation. It sure is. It is. I have 10,000 square feet downstairs of closet and 6,000 feet of closet upstairs. And then I have several other buildings that are closets. Saw a hilarious scent diffuser. Been made to look like Chernobyl. Oh, that's fucking awesome. A Chernobyl meltdown fucking scent diffuser. What's everybody doing this weekend? You hurry up and just kill that, please. You look really fat from this angle. That cat.
Is it the gray one?
No, it's the white, light gray one.
He's getting big.
He's big, but he's not fat. Like, he really is not fat.
No.
Am I watching this on Strickland? No, I'm a fan of Strickland. I'm not gonna watch the fight though. Not watching a big Super Bowl. Here we go. This is okay. These aren't the ones I was looking for either. These are Solomon's. I was gonna show you the Solos. I guess they're in my closet upstairs. I've got several pairs of them. They're more robust than the Solomons. Like, you could put them on and actually ride dirt bikes or dual sports if you weren't going to put on like a full boot. I'll be sewing and hiding from the snowstorm. What do you sew, Justin? I'm sure I ask you that every time. Yeah, rodent controls. A few hours of work tomorrow. Hopefully get some projects done. Nice. Jacksonville this weekend, teaching a class. Nice. Stand-up comedian. Homestead. We're at Texas. I'm in the armpit of Texas. Beaumont. I was born in Beaumont. I have family in Beaumont. 4 inches of snow tomorrow. Going on an adventure to the big, not big at all city for supplies. Supplies. I know a guy, when he says supplies, means they're going to get beer. Just need the green card. Brendan Bourne. What color rifle case? Did we ship yours already? You already paid for it, right? Everybody who's paid for a rifle case is shipped. Oh no, this is Brendan Bourne from Australia. I got another dude named Bourne. I think he goes by Jason Bourne on Instagram. Making helmet covers and radio pouches, right on. That's a very different product, helmet covers versus radio pouches, isn't it? Chuck, have you met Brendan Bourne? Do you know him? He's been here several times. He's been out here from Australia for the parties. He came in as a dealer, I believe, once. Trained at TAC Response quite a bit. I don't know if you guys have actually met it or not. Good dude. I hear something and I should not be hearing it. I don't know what it is though. It stopped. I don't know what that was. Probably an animal on the other side of the wall. I need electric parts. I can't get from vendors, so Maynard's. You know, I've never been to a Maynard's. We don't have any near here. The covers are actually easier. Really, man, I would think the covers were more difficult because you're not doing them out of Cordura, right? You're doing them out of like Nyko or something, and they have a curve to them too, right? Well, Brendan, if you've not met Chuck, I personally know Chuck. Chuck's a friend. We do some business. He's been here many times. And Chuck, I actually know Brendan, and you guys should definitely do something if you can. Yeah, I was thinking possum too, Kiri. That's what I was thinking. Hunter, what's up, dude? Did you get your backpack yet? Justin, where are you located? What state? I'm allergic to one of you guys. These are all rifle cases. 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 DH Info, what's up, buddy? How are you? 93 on here, guys. Only 42 thumbs up. Double tap that screen for us. On most devices, that will give you a thumbs up. That tells YouTube that you are interested in seeing the video that you are bothering to watch. And it tells YouTube that they should show it to other people also. So it costs you nothing to do that, so please do that for us. Curve, a little hard to figure out at first. Made them out of duck canvas. Order Cordura, still waiting on it. Got it, man. Got it. Yeah, the helmet covers and scrims are pretty neat. That company out of Canada, Kukachu or something, theirs look really cool. Kukachu, that's not what it is, but it's something kind of, it's a French Canadian. Mesh pockets. Somebody was asking about mesh pockets last night. We've got a bunch more coming out. We just did black. We got multicam black. Multicam starting to come out. There's some woodlands. Charlie Wood, have a good night, man. Gold leader, what up? Did some shopping. Put a birthday bucket together for mom. Nice. Couple of blades. Klein flick blade. Klein 7-inch compact utility. Nice, dude. Nice. Tell mom I said happy birthday. Jeffrey, what's up? Just ordered a Rallyman mag pouch to add to my jungle. Oh, you got a jungle rig. Nice. Nice, nice. Max, what's going on, buddy? Just ordered a Rallyman mag pouch. Nice. Got this really pretty girl that I hope comes over tonight. Well, hopefully. Just got a commercial machine a couple weeks ago. Yeah, huge difference. What'd you go with? What'd you get? A walking foot? Michigan Custom, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Show little fit.
Yeah, that dude's funny as can be.
It makes me laugh every time.
Love pulling the thread right on. You should have a pulling the thread out now or very shortly. We recorded one on Wednesday. Brandle's pretty fucked up right now. He's got something going on in his shoulder. He's got a nerve pinched. He's actually going to have a full-blown MRI with a nerve block. They do under MRI with full anesthesia. He was here today, but it fucks him up really bad to drive. I don't know why he even showed up today. Huh? Because he loves us. Skinny pretty tattoos, drinking liquor for the first time in 5 years. You're going to be a full-blown alcoholic pretty soon. The more alcoholic you are, the less good they have to look, right? Yeah, Ken, dude, it's bad. If Brandle's taken even Motrin, it would kill a normal person. Oh, CBD would help. You know, he's straight edge. It's tattooed on his forehead even. I don't think he'll take CBD. I liked her before I got drunk. CBD not psychoactive, but yeah, man. What large clothes? Very few. We have very few large clothes bags in stock. And we have a lot of orders already. So just because it's sitting here doesn't mean it will even ship to you at this point. Order the one you want. Put in notes, send me anything similar or close to make it ship sooner. Walking foot got off. I didn't know they had machines on Amazon. Compatible with Juki. Without the table, $300. Conso 207. You know, they make something called a Conso 206. These are all Conso 206s. But they make a Conso 206 that's way smaller than this. They sell it at Tandy Leather. It's a walking foot, good. 207, but I have to get a motor and the tensioner. Dude, you can get a motor. You just need a servo motor right off Amazon. You're gonna pay maybe $200, right? Just for one of these little. I have a brand new one in a box that just came in up here. Buy them off eBay. John Willis, ATF director? Nah. No, Brandon Herrera, ATF director. It's even marked Premier by Conso. This is what you want right here. Brandle showed up because he is a model employee. He's not an employee though. Yeah, Brandle is his own entity for sure. Like I'm always surprised at the work Brandle turns down. Like you almost have to know somebody to be able to work with Brandle. Like be referred. I was standing there when what's the dude from Black Rifle Coffee that does all the videos and shit. They sing, he raps some. What's that guy's name? That dude called him, like on the phone while we were in the garage doing some video work, wanting to come out to Vegas. And Brandle's like, I'm not going. I'm like, you need to do this. You need to go out to Vegas. They threw him a price. I said, call him back, tell him you want twice as much. He did. They immediately said, okay. I said, tell him they got to get your car, your flights, everything, and I'll go with you. And he didn't go. Matt Best, that was it. Yeah, it was Matt Best. What size servo for a 207? I don't know. I didn't even know there was different size servos, man. I have the same motor on all of them, I think. Here's a box of servo parts. Here's a box that we just took a servo out of, if this helps you. You see what you need there? You got a screenshot of it? If not, let me know. I'll come back to it. There's consos right there. Here's a motor off of one right here. That doesn't really help you, I don't think. Can you see that? These motors, you can just turn them down or up, and they will, that motor will weigh over this machine. The motor will sew so fast that the needle will get so hot it'll just melt the thread. Does the extended radio pouch have any elastic to fit thicker radios? Nope, but there's plenty of room there. It doesn't need elastic. It'll fit the bow fang. You have extra room in there with all the bow fang and Yaesu HTs and stuff like that. You can put the 3D printed armor on there, and you can also put your side pin mic adapters and stuff on there. It'll fit in the pouch. There's a lot of room inside there. And we did that. You have a cradle in the bottom, so it's going to fit. It's going to limit it the depth. It's going to actually push down probably a little bit. And then I wanted to cover the Velcro but still be able to open it. So we put the face cover on there, and you have all of this. And then if that is too big, which a lot of times it is, you just pull that down and you move your knot up. And if you want a taller radio, you can totally fit a taller radio. Just use longer bungee. Does that explain it at all to you? You get it? You want to request a rig. What rig do you want to request? Golf carts, Can-Am? No, I have Razors, man. I've got Polaris. Great video from a YouTube channel called Vertasium on the sewing machine. Showed the history and development by different designers. Interesting. Eight mag, OD green. You can email through the website. Just send an email through our website. There's even I think there's a link right there that says contact John. Chocolate chip. No, I don't have any chocolate chip material, man. SOE tactical gear, yeah. Gold leader. I would order a multicam or Woodland, which I think you can order, and just put in notes that you want OD. And when we build them, it will ship to you. Won't be that long. Turner, what's up? Greg? Mr. Greg, what's up? Have you ever looked into making shampoo bar version of Cock of the Woods? Unsure how different it is. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, your green plate carrier. You're not going to see much of that plate carrier with that 8-mag stacked rig over it. OD Black cop rig shipped it. Yeah, we shipped a lot of cop rigs this week. Paul Meadow, what's up? How are you? Those are all batches. Every line item on there is an item, and a batch has been cut by this one person. We have another log for other people. Horse pill antibiotics. Friend is from Tennessee and wants to go spelunking. Oh yeah, you can. Most of the caves are closed, man. They have framed in and gated almost all the cave entries because there's some mold going around that is spread from cave to cave with bats. So when people go in a cave, they'll get a fungus and then they'll track it on their shoes to other caves. So you almost have to, well, you do have to know somebody. I got a buddy that does a bunch of caving. We had a geologist in here, and Brandel shoots video for like one of the head cave guys for Tennessee and Kentucky. Like Brandel knows all the caves. Oh, I thought that was the cat throwing up. You ever thought about making a shampoo bar? Cock of the Woods shampoo bar. I use the soap for my hair.
Yeah, I mean, you totally, well, it's not a shampoo bar, but you can totally use it in your hair.
Let me see what he said. Have you ever looked into making shampoo bar version of Cock of the Woods? There we go.
No, but I will.
Had a tooth infection, became a respiratory infection, and became an ear infection before it slowed me down enough to notice. That's fucking wild, dude. So what'd they do? Just antibiotics? You're selling soft gear. Yes. The name of my company is Special Operations Equipment. We build all of this stuff in this building, and I started this company 35 years ago. We build it on these sewing machines over here. "12 days of amoxicillin." Oh, that's good. That's not even a crazy one. Good, man. Are you feeling better already? Best friend's dad was Kent State when they shot the protesters. Got it? Yeah. I'll take some Tex A14 and scale step. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'll take some Tex A14. I don't even know what that means. Mad Soldierist Innovations. What do you do? What's going on? What's up? I asked a popular EDC Armed Forces YouTuber in his live stream the other day if he had any SOE. He said he'd like some one day to test out, but outfitting his entire family would cost too much. Oh, Simtex M14 and Dragon Scale. Okay, well, you know, the military doesn't use Dragon Scale, and I'm pretty sure they don't use Simtex. Simtex is a civilian nomenclature and brand name for a plastic explosives. The military is C4. Maybe I'm incorrect on that, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not incorrect on that. You make flamethrowers. That's cool. That's cool. Are you a business, or are you a young kid, young man? We had a couple flamethrowers. We actually gave a few flamethrowers away. We had a real Vietnam flamethrower out here at one of the parties that we started the bonfire with. Scully bought a flamethrower that has like 2 scuba cylinders with it. I don't remember which one that is. Can I trust a guy who parrots the state media? If I show him the truth, he will change his mind. I don't know what you're even talking about. Well, you don't need to change people's minds. Just do what you know is right, and be very careful letting motherfuckers around you, even if they say and parrot the same things you say and seem to believe that. Don't trust anybody with shit. Slightly incorrect. 40 an inventor, unfunded, trying. Right on, man. Yeah, incorrect about Simtex, or that you're a young man. Or I am not an explosives guy. I know some breachers. We've made a bunch of breaching equipment. We've worked with a company called Qualtech. I did some stuff for Chris Cherry, who, if you know breaching, he's like one of the godfathers of explosive entry. We've done some stuff with Tees, you know, Brosnan and those guys, Tactical Explosive Entry School. I am not an applied explosives guy. Qualtech, Chris Cherry had a design for a Qualtech igniter, which took, you know, instead of using an M60 igniter, this was a dual. Basically, they took the tubes off of pin flare guns and ran it into a block that cammed and locked back, and then it would write. It's for non-L, so you had 2 non-L running into one charge as a secondary. Sister keeps parroting the abortion lies, but she started talking to me again after life got hard. I don't have time for people like that. If I can't immediately identify what it adds to me, and I can identify something that it takes from me, I do not need to have conversations. I'm not coming to your funeral, your wedding, or Christmas if I haven't been in the same occupied space with you in the last 12 months. If it's not important enough for you to be where I am definitely not going to be where you are. Simtex, very similar to other plastic explosives, especially C4, in being highly malleable, but it is usable over a greater temperature range than other plastic explosives. Got it. Flamethrowers are good for enforcing sanitizing proper unsocial distance. That's right. You were out here when we had the last flamethrower out here, weren't you? We actually, what was it, XM15 or something? We bought 3 of those from that company, and we gave them away to clients on a contest. We grew up. It was just us 3 kids. We argue, but we would. Well, then you do what you need to do, buddy. I think we actually talked about this on one of the question and answers, right? On the members meeting. You do what you think you need to do. My opinion has 0 bearing in your life with your sister. You do whatever you think's right, but I suspect you don't think it's right, or you wouldn't be bringing it up. I think you know what the right answer is. Free buy? I don't know what that means, Judge Mono. Man, I got a lot of shit in the way in here. So you're a white supremacist? That's a weird thing to say. Was a coffee, bitch. Charlie, I have little of the I don't want finger stuff. All right, Flames, I got you, man. Have you driven the Cayman? No, I haven't. I have not. It says that this has no springs. I don't really know much about these. How do you get this motherfucker to stop, slow down, and just give you the, do we do that? Nope, that don't do it. If I let this go, does, yep, it goes back to, how do you slow it down? Reason I buy your products, no bullshit type of man. I mean, people ask me, I can't tell you what you should do. I can just tell you what I did. And when people ask me, what would you do? Fuck, I don't know what I'd do a lot of times. You're going to make that decision in, 5 seconds. If I don't make a decision within 5 seconds, I've already forgot it. How do you get the stiffness in the walls of your new helmet bag? Watch my build video on the rifle case. I show you exactly how I do it. It's more labor intensive, but it makes a very good product. Putting foam inside shit and making it rigid is very difficult. That's why so many of those bags are just not fucking stiff. You look at them, they look good, and when you feel them, the foam's not stiff enough. It's because it's very difficult to build a bag with foam and rigidity in it. So it's pretty stiff because of the Velcro we put in it and all the stitching, but the foam is actually sewn in sleeves that Velcro into the inside. It's a lot more work. It's why this rifle case costs $500, and dudes are like, I can get a bag that looks like that for $200. You can, but a dude saying that is not really a client of my bag anyways. It's not the dude I don't care to change his mind or convince him to buy this, because I have people standing in line to buy it, and I already have more than I'm ever going to make. Rigged a homemade Mark I made of TP, hit a branch about 10. His comments are cutting off. I'm not seeing all of his words. I cooled it after. Yeah, yeah, I get you, man. Do you know of anyone local that I can hire to help create a web page for lawn care to help generate more customers? Local where, Jason? Like, where are you located? You really don't need to pay somebody to do a website, man. Go on YouTube and look up how to make a website with Shopify. That's what I use. I mean, you have a ton of options out there. If you can do Facebook, you can do a web page. Remember, for 31 months, I think Amanda might have a crush on me. Michael, I was not in the military, man. I was 17 years old when I started doing this stuff, hooked up with a bunch of SEALs, and we started building gear for the SEAL teams. That led to a bunch of JTF stuff, Joint Task Force, black helicopter shit. And they were running, 19th Reserve SF running down in Central America. So we started doing some Army stuff, and those guys were doing a lot of stuff with BORTAC and REACT, the Special Operations Unit for Border Patrol. And so we started doing a bunch of Border Patrol stuff, and that led to a bunch of SWAT stuff with Tustin, Torrance, Los Angeles, Ontario, Escondido, and Oceanside. And then we started going to the SWAT roundup, SWAT competitions, Trexpo, Soldier of Fortune show. And that put us, you know, in it with international units and stuff like SETME and GSG9 and, you know, all those guys. And that's kind of how it started the first few years. So we used to do a lot of military contract stuff, but prime vendor. We were doing small unit, special operations stuff, mostly SEAL team. And they would come direct to us, like on an AMPAC card, so they could run between 5-10 grand on a credit card. And then anything bigger than that, they would it'd have to go out to prime vendor. But we had several prime vendors that we dealt with, like ADS nowadays, for instance. We did Dive Tech, Aquatech, you know, companies out of San Diego. So the SEALs would go and request through prime vendor, and then prime vendor would come to us requesting the equipment. But the SEALs would write the bid so that it said SOE in the part number. So they might, for instance, order a side open gas mask carrier, but they would write it with our part number and name in the description. So when it went out to bid, those vendors, those prime vendors, had to buy it from my company. But we worked with at the operator level a lot. My shop was outside the main gate, about a mile out from Camp Pendleton. So I had a bunch of buddies that were snipers, and then they had crossed over to Special Operations Training Group. Any SEALs prior to deployment had to go through the SOTG package, as did Force Recon, Battalion Reconnaissance, Maritime Special Purpose Forces, any of the snipers, surveillance target acquisition guys. So I was working real close with those guys, and they had a range called Range 130. It was secret. It wasn't even on the map. And then the SEALs went up to Camp Pendleton, and they set up their own range, Range 116, which was a ship superstructure. Range 130 had a kill house, and they had a breaching trail and all kinds of shit. So that package, they would do full mission profile. It was like a 6-month train up. And then they would actually go out on deployment, a 1-month deployment where they would push to Hawaii on ships. And then they would fly in and do full mission profile 2-week workups. So we worked with all those dudes like one-on-one out there during the shoot packages and stuff. So we could evolve when they'd have a new piece of equipment. We could usually have a product the following day and be able to evolve it from there. But we were out there with the shooting packages all the time. And then gas oil platforms, and go up to Potrero with the SEALs, and go out to Chocolate Mountains when they're doing like call for fire and doing casts and stuff. So we got to do a lot of shit and see how it worked and why, and then we could evolve very quickly off of that. But like that was 25, 30, well, I did it for 35 years ago. So it was 35, between 25 and 35 years ago was that part of the business. But we moved here to Tennessee 20 years ago, and with the internet, like we do, not to be like an asshole, but we do millions and millions of dollars of business in a much easier way because of social media. Like where am I at right now? I'm on YouTube. I have 750,000 followers on Facebook. I've got over 125,000 last I looked, which was like 6 months ago here on YouTube. I think I got 65,000 on Instagram. But like we push an email out every day, and I think I've got like 7,500 on my text that goes out every day. Those are real customers that had to jump through the hoops to self-subscribe to that. We don't merge. We've never bought them. We've never sold our list. And then on my email list, same thing. We send an email 3 days a week, and I think I'm up over 125,000 on my email right now. Those are all actual customers. Every one of those is an existing client that has done business with us. So whoever was asking about how to stiffen them up, this is how I do it. And this is stiff already here. This is Cordura, it's webbing, and it's Velcro. Anytime you sew Velcro on something, it gets stiffer. Like you could take, if you needed to stiffen some walls up, you could take 2 pieces of Cordura and sew hook Velcro inside. Nobody would ever even know what's in there. They would just go, wow, this is really stiff. That's a very easy way to do it, especially for a guy starting out when you don't have, because like when you buy foam, foam's some of the most expensive shit you'll bring into your building. You could also use scuba webbing, but scuba webbing only comes in 2-inch strips. Like if you look at my old EOD rigs, my old breacher rigs, my old medic rigs, we would stiffen up because we were the first person ever out there where we had a rip-off panel. You could rip off our breacher panel and it had manual entry tools for lockpicks. You could rip off our medical pouch and it had a removable tear-off med pouch. We're the first person ever saw do that. And we would rigid that thing up with strips of scuba webbing in the pocket, in the pouch, and then we would sew all of our elastic loops and shit on that. But this is how I do these, and I make a tube. This starts out, this one is, I think they're like this wide. And this is, I think, 48 inches long. And then I hem it all the way around, and then I sew it together down the side, and then I put a piece of foam in here. And we cut the foam. It's very difficult to get the foam inside. I have to pinch it and slide it, pinch it, slide it. Sometimes we can't even get them in. Same way we do this. And then I can take this one here, for instance. This is a shoulder pad. And then we sew it. And we have it just so you can barely get it in it. But because we sew it, it's super, like there's no slop in here at all. That's how we do it. When you look at most companies and you look at their backpack straps and stuff, they're loose. They're just sloppy. So this here is tight to begin with. See, I've sewn it through. It's tight to begin with. And then when we mate it, I crawl it in and make sure I have full contact. Velcro, when you push Velcro, it sits, but once you move it side to side, it really locks. If you look at Velcro, it's barbs. All the hard part, the hook, they're actual hooks, like fishing hooks. And once you mate this in here, it makes it that much stiffer. And you can see in the corner here, it's pretty difficult to pop that in there. And then once it's turned, and then these here, I don't know if you can see it, but I set this corner, I pop that corner in, and it Velcros down. Like a dude gets one of these, the owner of the bag, most dudes won't even know that this Velcro is Velcroed in place. They'll have no idea how it's built. They won't care how it's built. They'll just know that this rifle case is fucking completely different than any other rifle case they own. Does that answer your question? Watch his jungle rig belt video. Yeah, that's a good one too. You have medical stuff. I need to rep. I don't know why your posts are cutting off. Oh, you need medical contents? Homestead Medical on here, Chuck Peoples, has a full medical reload kit for every medical product that I make. We do a medical backpack, we do a vehicle med bag, we do a mass casualty aid bag. I do several tear-off med pouches, and he has a full load kit. He also has single components. Like I've got 6-inch bandages and 4-inch and some tourniquets and shit. But Chuck, who is commenting on here, Homestead Medical, he has everything you need. I mean, all of it. You want a defibrillator, you want fucking flu, whatever you need. I'm an expert, know what I don't know about that. I've just rehearsed my spiel for 35 years. No, I'm pretty much the best at what I do. Like, no bullshit. It's just always better when somebody else says it other than me. But no, I am pretty much the best. Trauma bag, fluid bag, nice. There we go. Right above your comment there, Michael. Homestead Medical. I now have 10 medium clothes bags. Chris, how are you feeling, man? John's the best at, no, I'm pretty much the best at everything. Best looking, best sounding, best at exercising. I wasn't sick. Oh, I thought you had something, a spinal procedure or something. Good, I'm glad you're not fucked up. I'm glad it's someone else. What am I doing just pacing around? First of all, I actually know Alex Jones, and I know that this isn't him. So, Turning the frogs gay. Yes, I'm just pacing around. What you should ask is why 100 people are here watching me pace around. Close to 10, probably 7 or 9 closed bags. Rookie numbers, Chuck Peoples. I will say also, I like that you've chosen Alex Jones as your name. Is your real name Alex Jones? Or are you just an Alex Jones fan? People made fun of Alex Jones for a long time, and then they realized that every fucking thing he said was right. Somebody asked about the helmet bag earlier. Here, we can look at the helmet bag here too. It's a little different. Same build, but I have more in it. So you could consider this helmet bag to just be a very short rifle. This would be badass for PDWs. You could put like 3 side folder MP5s or like SP89s in here. Okay, so the rifle, this bag here is in fact the same build, but instead of putting the strips in here, I built an entire box that goes inside here because I wanted it to come up higher and still have the protection, and I wanted to line it in here because I have dividers that go in here. Because the question, there's different size helmets, right? This is my carbon fiber. This, I wanted to be able to put it in with the mount down with tubes if you just wanted to set it in here. But that divider would give you a place to put tubes that's padded still all the way around, separate from the ram mount or the shell of the helmet. So that's kind of how it was. And then there's a box. But then our padded night vision case, which will hold your dual tubes, and it'll hold anything and all your shit that goes with it. That will fit in here perfectly with that. Now, as far as the padding, I built it out. Man, I don't want to pull this out. It's such a pain in the ass to get this back in. Fucking Velcro sticks to everything. So it's built the same as the rifle case, right? It's just not clamshell 2 equal parts. It's one deep part, all Velcroed around. There is foam here, there is foam here, and there is foam here. But for these edges, I really didn't need foam on the bottom. And then I made the box, which this isn't the final one. I've got a couple others. The final one actually Velcros together right here, and then this locks inside this there, and it opposes with the Velcro. So this is how we stiffen that, and the reason it's so stiff really is it's got a nice stiff, it's got a good foam in it, but it's how you made it and stick it in there, and it's tight. And when you lock those 2 big fat 4-inch pieces of Velcro together, those things ain't moving, and it's padded on all 6 sides. Do I have a website? I do. It's SOE tacticalgear.com. Sorry guys, this is loud, I know. And for anybody asking about the website, if you're not familiar, not with just my company, any social media that you're ever on, if you look at description in a video on YouTube, or you look at the About tab on Instagram or on Facebook, there will always be a link to drive you to commerce or whatever. And then on Instagram, you're only allowed 1 link, so a lot of guys use something like mini links, and then that, when you click that, will show all their shit. Holy shit, I have this stuff. I can't do this standing here doing Oh shit, sorry, I don't know when the sound went off. So if you're talking about Stingray, like the surveillance Stingray, dude, we've had that for 30 years. They had that in fucking the very beginning of Iraq. Stingray is so old that like local level police departments have that shit. Just imagine what's out there that we don't even fucking know about right now. Like the balloons, you know, there's balloons over every single city with full camera, full audio. They're fucking snatching all the data. How large is the buckles on the duty belts? 2 inches. I'm a fireman. Love the quick clip lock up. Yeah, 2 inches, man. Buckle, like the standard buckle, but it's so wide that it will not fit my 511 pants. Well, a duty belt shouldn't fit through your pants. That's an over belt. That's a 2-inch belt, and you're gonna put like your radio and shit on there. To go through your belt loops, you probably want a 1.5-inch belt. And now to answer that also, some pants like Cries and stuff, you can put like a 2.25, 2.5-inch belt. The buckle comes off, right? You take the male side of the buckle will come off of the adjustment. So you could, in fact, put it through a belt loop if it'll fit. The buckle's not going to be what holds that out of there. 12-gauge micros? Yeah, I got a lot of 12-gauge micros in stock. Jeff Tabor, yeah, it's a trap. Linktree common now, basically a web page. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I was thinking about getting a bench seat cover made of Kevlar for my truck, and I was wondering if it would be decently dog resistant. I was wondering why you wanted Kevlar. First of all, you're probably not getting Kevlar. It might have some Kevlar woven into it. True Kevlar is yellow, and it can't be dyed. I would get something Cordura, perhaps. There are companies that make them, and they have them, you know, for back seats for dogs and shit like that. They even make like a hammock that goes in there for dogs. I'm saying they're sitting across mining my communication. Oh, I have no doubt. Dude, I have no doubt. I believe it 100%. Somebody asked about shotgun rigs. Multi-cam black, solid black, OD, splatter, cop rigs. I have an OD black and OD. And for guys watching that are not familiar how this works here, this 6 rounds slips down. This pulls up and falls into place. This is still tethered, so you don't have to worry about dropping it or losing it, and you are right back in the fight. So this holds 24 rounds right here. The utility pocket will hold a box of shot shells, but it'll actually hold way more shells than just a box of shot shells. It'll also hold 4 PMags perfectly. It'll hold 3 bottles of water. It'll hold 2 full-size military smokes. It'll hold a med pull-out tray, or 2 of them. You could put a smoke and a med pull-out tray. It's just a good utility pocket. We also gave you pals here on the side outboard. You could put a single pistol or a multi-tool, but ideally you're gonna put a tourniquet right there. Is the helmet bag on the website? No, helmet bag is a custom. The rifle cases are a custom. Those are not SOE. Those are me. I'm building those. Those are not on the website. There's a video that might be live, a full build video. We also have I think a 2-minute video just showing a bunch of rifles that fit in these bags. We also showed you some long guns that will not fit. But we have the Marine Corps A5 or A6 sniper rifle, like the actual one. You can't get them. Jeff had one here. We had a Accuracy International, both side folding stocks. Jeff had both of his sniper, not precision rifles, sniper rifles for shooting human beings, men. Both of those rifles were in one of these bags. And that video will go live shortly. I saw that it is loaded up on our YouTube channel. And the full build video, we cut out all the dead air and the non-sewing, and we still are 2.5-hour video. You want to see how to make one of these? I show you step by step while we make one on video. Helmet bag, same price as, no, I don't have a price on the helmet bag yet. We've only built a few of them. I'm still making some changes. I'm not sure 16 inches is where it needs to sit. I need to look at some of the bigger helmets with the OpsCore amps where they're the fold-up Ear Pro. I don't have a set of amps here to test it, and I want to make sure that the bag will fit everything that's out there right now. What are the salves you're selling good for? Fucking everything. Like not to be a dipshit, but literally everything, man. We don't make any claims on any of this shit. I would tell you just take plantain salve, type it into YouTube, and watch some videos about what this shit actually does. Comfrey, for instance, the Native American translation for comfrey is bone knit. It literally is said to heal bones. It'll close a wound. If you have a deep wound that would require internal sutures, you don't want to use comfrey on it. It will heal too fast, and you'll get that compartment syndrome inside. It'll heal up faster outside before it heals inside. We've got arnica. Pine tar is great for like an exfoliant. Flea bites, chiggers, poison ivy, stuff like that, pine tar. She's got all kinds of shit, man. She's got the fucking concentrated pain salve is incredible. Can you show the foam? Yeah, it's just green. You can use military pads. Green foam, which the military does not use anymore. You can use just like, dude, when you start looking at foam, they have whole trade shows for foam. There is so much to foam, and it's one of the most expensive components that you will use. Closed cell, high density foam. If you like to see some of my invention, armor stopped everything 2212. Man, I cannot see. I don't know why your comments are cutting off. Like I can't see all the words. So Alex Jones, we're kind of, we were survivalists, right? And then that became a bad word, so prepper, but really we're homesteaders. Like this property here, this building sits on 10 acres. I have sheep, ducks, chickens, rabbits. I got about 100 rabbits right now. I've got over 100 chickens. We're producing eggs. Like none of my employees have bought eggs in the last 4 years. I have so many eggs. We have dogs. We feed rabbits. We feed mostly raw to the dogs. We feed rabbits and eggs to the dogs. We have big gardens. We've got a greenhouse, aquaponics set up. These are eggs from the last couple of days. I thought I brought them in here. I don't know where they are. That's not all the eggs. I don't know where all the eggs went. I guess we boxed them and sent them home with people. After 49 miles so far this week at the gym, I require the pain salve. I bet you do. I said one single plate stopped rounds. Oh, right on. Old GI sleeping mat foam. That's what it is, Henry Flores. But you want to get good ones. Like a lot of the foam out there, there's some different foam that the military has used over the years, and some of it is very broken down. I'll send you my email. Try to send it, test a new plate I have. Michael, man, hit me up through the website. Just send me an email through the website. I'll bet in the descriptions of the video, my links are all here too. Any video. I've got over 5,000 videos here on this YouTube channel. I do this every night, just walking around talking to my friends and stuff. Most of the people on this video right here, we know one another. We hold several events here through the year, and everybody comes. So, I mean, like we know in real life. But I do have a bunch of actual real videos. There's a couple playlists. Well, there's several playlists. And then I do a podcast every week, and we do several video series every week. Homestead farming is the only, it is. And you will find that when you do that, a lot of illnesses and outside inputs from medications go away. We call them weeds, but all of those weeds have a medicinal purpose. And you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed when you stop taking over-the-counter shit and prescription shit and you clean up your diet. A lot of the ailments that people have are because the food they eat is poison. It's not real food. Even in the grocery store, right? If you go to the super Walmart and you just stay around the outside edges, right? That's where the meat, the produce, the milk, it's tainted. It's corrupted. Watch you load up a bunch of military surplus sleeping mats. Is that, yeah, that's what the foam's for. Speaking the truth, our whole station is gear in the same direction and mindset. Alex Jones, right on. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, we had self-reliance here for 9 events, and then I've uncoupled. They're doing it somewhere else now, but we've had Joel Salatin here. Billy Bond came in and installed swales. Billy and William put 3 swales in here. I've got I've got hundreds of feet of swales, self-watering berms. All of this roof, 10,000 square feet of roof. We individually trenched each downspout with pipe into a pond in the back, and I've got a big, huge, millions of gallons of retention pond in the back, and we do a lot of water catchment, and we live in the middle of nowhere. We're between Memphis and Nashville, but we really are in the middle of nowhere. We have a lot of farm around. EMT Advanced School are in and about to start rope school. Right on, so like steep angle rescue stuff. Give you life advice? Find something that you like to do and you don't actually have to work. Anytime you work for somebody else, you have a set amount of money that you can possibly make, so you will always do better off. It'll be more difficult, but much more rewarding working for yourself. Your biggest frustration when your business gets successful, the biggest frustration you will have is employees and other people. Close to Waverly's the next town over, bud. Yeah, it goes from here. We're in Camden. We go Camden, New Johnsonville, where the train bridge is, and then Waverly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good. Yeah. Buy Bitcoin, make babies. Okay, here. Right. We all want to talk about culture and how things are fucked up. You really want to save things? Stop warehousing your elderly. Right. Society has convinced you that you are the most important thing in the world and that there's nothing more important than you. And when you're young, you think you know everybody, and we don't listen to older people. And I say this is me speaking from what I did, right? Older men who were very successful gave me advice that I didn't take because I was too busy being a young asshole. And it took me 20 years to realize that what they told me was correct. And had I acted on the information they gave me then, I would be 50 years ahead of where I am now. So I had to build something so successful that my children see it in the hopes that maybe they will listen when I talk, because I'm not just some dude working for another man at a job that I hate, and I come home miserable and I spend all of my free time complaining about the place that I hate, right? You hear people say money isn't everything. The only people that tell you money isn't everything are motherfuckers with no money, right? Because money is everything. Because if money wasn't everything, they wouldn't get up at a time they didn't want to get up and go to a place they don't want to go to and spend time with people they hate for such a little bit of money, right? So money is very important. Money buys you options and it buys you time. So if you want to fix society, build something so fucking awesome that your children don't want to escape, they want to stay and be a part of that, right? Have some empire that they can take over so that when you are old, you are not put into a fucking warehouse where they pretend they miss you and maybe come see you once a year. Buy property. It doesn't have to be hundreds of acres. Buy property. Build a structure. That is the main place. Set your homestead up as a wheel. The hub in the middle, that's where everybody comes together. That can be the main building where you have the master kitchen, and then you have offshoots for wood shop, metal shop, garden, and then living quarters, individual. Society, especially Western society, has convinced you that to be successful, you have to have a 2,500 square foot house, and you have to have 3.5 bathrooms, and you have to have 2.5 kids. That's for tax structure, because if you live in that manner, they tax you property taxes for kids and facilities that you don't use. So if you homestead, and it doesn't have to be, we say homestead, people think homestead as living in poverty because you're so busy homesteading you don't have an income. You don't have to keep using the same recycled shit over and over. Be so successful that you can homestead in a manner that you would never know there's no electricity on the property, right? So build an empire. My dogs are going nuts. Build an empire. Keep your parents at home. Build out structures. It doesn't have to be massive houses. You can all come together to the same common area, and they can have tiny houses. You can have storage units. You can have garages. This fucking garage I'm standing in is 4,000 square feet. It's bigger than the houses I ever owned or grew up in. So keep your parents there. They will help raise your children. When your children have children, you will help raise those children. We have the knowledge, but as you get older, at 53, I have aches and pains. I would imagine that when I'm 60, I cannot do as much physical labor as I can right now or 10 years ago, but my kids can, but I still have the knowledge and the advice. History is his story. Your grandparents have a story. History is my story. It is my story, and nobody's going to tell it unless I'm there to tell it. And if I don't tell it to my kids and I don't tell it to my grandkids, then when I die, the history of our family changes. I can go on for hours with that. Women want money over drugs. Find a woman. Yeah, find a woman, man. Find a woman. And make it fucking work. We allow people to leave. Nowadays, people don't have to talk to one another. I see these kids, I say kids, they're 20, 25. There'll be 4 or 5 of them on a phone. I'm like, what are you homos doing? You talking to each other? And they are. They're looking, Facebook has a dating app on there. I don't even know where it's at. But I'm at dinner with the kids, grown fucking men, 25 years old, and they're looking at girls. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And everything's just based on, it's endorphins now, right? It's dopamine. You feel really good. You hook up, you have sex, and now you have these endorphins, and you have this ecstasy, and you're happy, and you think you love this girl. You don't even know this fucking girl or boy, right? They hook up. It's so easy. You don't have to court. You don't have to date. You don't have to know shit. They'll meet each other in the middle of the night, have sex, and then they'll move in, and 6 months later, they're like, I don't even know this person. When the newness wears off, right? That's the problem. You don't have to fucking work for anything. Motherfuckers right now that have nothing, it's because they don't do anything to have anything. It's easier to have shit right now than it's fucking ever been. The answer to every fucking problem you have is on this thing. I can talk to people in 10 countries at 1:30 in the morning. I can send a group text, and by the time I wake up, I have answers from fucking 10 countries. I used to have to write a letter. Like, I have been doing this shit before the fucking internet ever existed. And I was doing it fucking just as well back then. The only thing different now is it's easier and everything happens faster. Yeah, women want security and purpose. That's why older men have younger women. Younger women, a lot of them are dumb, but a lot of them aren't fucking angry. They haven't been through a relationship, and they're not jaded and fucking tainted and have a bunch of kids from fucking 2 or 3 other dudes. That's just a fact. I know women hate it when they hear that. That's not all women, but that is a lot of them. And an older man, a younger woman, wants security, and security and stability and money typically does not come from a 25-year-old guy. It comes from a 30, 40, or 50. That's why you see 50-year-old dudes with 20 and 30-year-old women. You don't typically see that the other way around. Women would rather do drugs and party up to some age. Up to some age. That's the problem. Like when I met my wife, Amanda, who I've been with for over 25 years, we've really been together. We were just fucking when we met each other. The same shit I was talking shit about, that's what we were doing. But we both were not mature. We were running around, and I definitely wasn't ready to settle down. She would have, but we wouldn't be together now. A good woman's going to cost you some real money, yes, and she will also help you make real money. Glad I married my high school sweet. That is so few and far between now, man. Baby girl on the way. Congratulations, due in March. People these days have lost their mind and have become careless, not self. You're right. You're right. And I don't know. I was careless. For sure I was careless. I still am probably somewhat careless. Constantly carrying this massive I'm constantly carrying this massive ego. It wore out my back. Amanda's paid staff is the only thing that helps. That's a good one. This might be one of the best sessions. This used to be all the sessions, man. I just got tired of saying it and people not listening. I have a series of videos. I don't even know what the playlist is called. I've got 100 videos that's just this. It's 15, 20-minute videos of exactly what I just gave you. You got the same woman from 1994. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Ken's speaking the truth. He's not asking the advice. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to go look at my wife in the shower naked. You guys have a good weekend. We'll do this again tomorrow night. Guys who have never been on this channel, check out some of the videos. I've been on YouTube since, for 14 years. I did a terrible job of cataloging in the beginning. So there's no rhyme or reason to how a lot of it's there. But for the last couple of years, we've done a pretty good job. So check it out. You might like some of it. I'm super easy to find. Google me, bitch. You'll be amazed at some of the crazy shit that's out there about me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Did I get my Outlook issue? No, I still don't have my original SOE gear. It's intertwined with Microsoft, and we still have not recovered any of the email addresses that we have used for the last 25 years. No, Microsoft is still fucked up. There are major, huge companies that have all their shit fucked up that's intertwined with Microsoft right now. See you guys.